Jeff and Tina have been helping with the Department of Defense Cyber Awareness training course for years. However, with recent upgrades to the training, their services are no longer needed.
Hey Jeff, what you working on?
I'm updating my resume since they're giving us the boot.
What?
Well, yeah. Didn't anybody tell you?
No. What are we supposed to do now? I don't even remember where my resume is.
No problem. I'll help you make a new one. Let's start with basic formatting.
Read these tips.
Remember, employers could throw out your resume if they find a misspelled or misused word.
Man, that's brutal. I'll make sure it's formatted correctly.
Okay, now let's dive into the different styles of resumes. The first style is chronological. This is the type that most employers prefer. It lists your work history starting with your current position and going back 10 to 15 years.
Read these tips.
What about a job I had waiting tables? It was only part-time.
Include anything that emphasizes your skills. And speaking of skills, the second type of resume is a functional style. It helps you organize your skills and experience, whether paid or unpaid.
Read these tips.
So I might use that if I went back to school or left for some reason?
Exactly. It helps fill in the gaps. The next type of resume is the combination style. It has features of both chronological and functional, highlighting your most relevant skills and de-emphasizing your employment in less relevant jobs.
Read these tips.
I see. Are there other styles?
Yes, the final style is a targeted resume. This style takes the other three styles and focuses their content for a specific job.
Read these tips.
There's so much to consider. I don't know which style I should use.
Well, let's start by putting together a master resume. It will help you organize everything.
A master resume sounds impressive.
It is, but it's quite long and takes a while to complete. It will include your entire employment history and all of the skills and training you've received broken down using the STAR method.
STAR method? Is that because of the Space Force?
No, STAR stands for Situation, Task, Action, Result. Your master resume should break down all of your skills and experiences in this way.
So once I've completed a master resume, are there any specific parts that I need to include in my regular resumes?
Yes, make sure you include a career job objective statement, a summary of your qualifications, your work experience and accomplishments, your education and training, and your name and contact information.
Do I include my email address in the contact section? Mine is a little silly.
You should definitely include an email address, but always, always, always use a professional one. If yours isn't appropriate, just create a new one.
I can do that.
Awesome. And here is what not to put in your resume.
Read these tips.
Wow, that's a lot of good information. I'm sure I would have included a bunch of that stuff if you hadn't pointed it out. Is there anything else I should know before I get started?
I think you've got it. Just remember, employers will also check to see if you have an online presence, so make sure your use of social media helps your job prospects too.
Great. Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, hey, sorry. I saw you had a smartphone. I was wondering if I could use it for a phone interview in a few minutes. It would really help me out.